Hi folks, hope you're doing well. Just a quick video about this saga that continues with Ronaldo and Man United. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people saying that they're amazed that he came out with this statement. Why? In July, around about July sort of time, or August, didn't he say that he had things that he wanted to say? And he would say them very soon, but he didn't because he stayed at United. He expected a move, didn't he? And he had a lot of things he wanted to say. Well, okay. He stayed at the club and it hasn't worked out in any way, shape or form. So, obviously he's trying to force a way that he can leave the club. Even if it means he doesn't go to another team, I still think he would rather leave the club. Well, basically, he's going to play in the World Cup. It will be his final. There's no doubt about that. His final international big competition. And so, really, in the World Cup, he's putting himself in the window, isn't he? If he plays well, if he helps Portugal, then a big club's going to want to sign him. Even if it's only for a year, maybe 2 years. They'll want to sign him. They'll be happy to pay his wages. I imagine he'd take quite a wage drop. He's on about 500 grand a week, I think, at United. So I think he'd take quite a wage drop for his next one. But put it this way, if you were someone who had been at Man United when you were young, you left 17 years ago, you come back, and pretty much nothing really has changed. Yeah, the training facilities have gone down. Most other things at the club have stayed basic the same as they were. And you look over the road, you've got Man City who have improved massively. Liverpool have improved massively. Yeah, their facilities and the way they're run. Yeah, Arsenal have done the same. Tottenham have done the same. Chelsea have done the same. So at the biggest teams, the only club really in England that hasn't actually done anything about moving forwards is Manchester United. Now, the fans all knew this because when Woodward was in charge, we could see quite clearly that all he was interested in was revenue. He wasn't interested in the football side of the club in any way, shape or form. Well, that would include the training facilities and all the rest of the gyms at the club. And Ronaldo basically is now split the beans and saying, yeah, that is the case. And a lot of people are upset that he basically said he doesn't respect the manager. That he said that if the manager doesn't respect him, then he will not respect the manager. Okay, now I did a video, I think it would have been after Ronaldo walked off against Tottenham. But that situation is still there. And when he's talking about disrespect, I think one of the big points he's talking about is that. Yeah, if you've been a Ballon d'Or winner 4 times, you've been a hero at the club you're at, you come back to try and help the club to get to its glory days, and then you've seen all the stupidity with Oli, then with Rangnick, and now this new manager coming in. But the new manager is hardly picking you at all. He's playing Elanga and Rashford ahead of you. Now they've won nothing, really. Compared to what Ronaldo's won, they've won absolutely nothing. And they produce really nothing. Elanga has got pace. Rashford has got pace and some goals. Elanga really no goals but pace. Ronaldo is one of the best players, in the air. For crosses and stuff like that. And yet this is another point of disrespect. When Ronaldo was playing, did they ever play to his strengths? No, never. Never. The manager basically came in straight away. He came in and said, I'm in charge. We're going to do things my way. And because a lot of questions were asked of Ronaldo to the manager, oh yeah, I'd be delighted to work with him. But actually, it wasn't about working with Ronaldo. It was about Ronaldo having to work within the manager's system. So the manager was lying to a certain degree, saying he was delighted to work with Ronaldo. He wasn't really working with Ronaldo. Ronaldo was having to try and work with him. Yeah, again, a manager that's won nothing, really. Now, as I say, for the Tottenham game, I support Ronaldo walking off. I don't think players should do that, generally speaking, but if you're of that level and the manager is telling you to come on in basically injury time, that is so incredibly disrespectful. It really is. I mean, you've had the likes of Roy Keane support Ronaldo. A few other players that support Ronaldo. They weren't anywhere near the level of Ronaldo. And yet even them, when Roy Keane went to Celtic, if Celtic had been basically benching Keane, but said to him in the final 5 minutes, can you come on? He would have told that manager to shove it, wouldn't he? And rightfully so. Rightfully so. You're coming towards the end of your career and your manager is asking you to go on at a time in the match when legs are knackered, players are knackered, the opposition players are knackered, so they're more likely to make an incredibly poor challenge that could end up being a leg breaker. And your manager is asking you to come on. You are a Ballon d'Or winner 4 times. And your manager is showing you that disrespect. Oh, I don't blame Ronaldo for walking off. Not in any way, shape or form. And I don't blame Ronaldo for saying he doesn't respect the manager. Not at all. I mean, Ten Hag has been stupid. When you've got, as I say, he is one of the best people in the air. In the world with regards to football. Even at his age, even at 37. His ability to jump and get higher than most players, even at 37, is so incredibly impressive. And yet, did they actually try and get the ball in the air to him? Nope. Not really. I mean, I've made so many videos talking about the fact that those people that are crossing the ball, do they ever practice? And a lot of people, some people have said it was disrespectful for Ronaldo to say that Rangnick wasn't a manager. Rangnick was not really a manager. Not really. He was never really a coach. He was a builder of clubs. He was a builder of football clubs. He was brought into United to help him to rebuild. For some reason, they asked him to coach for 6 months. They shouldn't have done. He should have gone straight upstairs as the director of football and they should have brought in a temporary coach. But someone who was actually a coach of football. Because Ronaldo was right. When Ten Hag came in, Ronaldo was thinking, what on earth is going on? This is Manchester United. Yeah, they've just brought this man in to replace Ollie. Now, Ollie's not a big coach, not in any way, shape or form. Never really won anything, so he shouldn't really have been given the job. That's true. But here we have a bloke who's even lower than Ollie. With regards to managing and coaching experience. Really? So it was a bizarre decision by one of the world's biggest football clubs. And Ronaldo was right to point that out. He didn't point it out as a way of having a go at Rangnick. He pointed it out as a way of having a go at the people that employed Rangnick and saying, why on earth would they do that? The club is so badly managed that they got this bloke in. And then, when he was saying the things that made sense, Rangnick, they said, we don't want to work with you anymore. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in the end, look, the timing is a bit pooey. However, Ronaldo's waited until the last game of the season, then the interview comes out. So once all the football's done, then so come on. A lot of people are saying, oh, but he's still a Man United player. Yeah, for now he won't be. He won't be. He's done this, and the timing is perfect just before the World Cup. As I say, he's put himself in the window in the World Cup. If he has a half decent World Cup, he'll get another team. And that's part of the reason he's done it. Look, the club would have negotiated a payoff, right, for Ronaldo, and part of that deal would have been that he doesn't speak about what's going on at United. Well, he's done so before he left. Because you look at it, can Mourinho speak about United, the goings on? No. Can Rangnick? No. Because the club make a payoff deal with them to say they can't speak about anything at the club. If they do, then the deal they had, all that money they were given, they have to pay back. So nobody will say a word about the club. But Ronaldo did. Now, to me, to a certain degree, I think he's, if it helps the club to get right, he's done a good service to the club in doing so. Yeah, I've got no problem with him doing it. And I say, him disrespecting the manager, him saying he doesn't respect the manager, again, no, I'm on his side. Why would he? Honestly. Yeah, what has Ten Hag actually achieved in the game? Yeah, not like a Pep Guardiola or Klopp. Yeah, or any other of the big managers. Ten Hag isn't any of that, is he? He's a manager for the long term for United because they believe in his way of doing things, and they think that he may, in sort of 6-7 years' time, have a team with United. You know, Ronaldo won't be part of that, will he? Ten Hag knows that. Ronaldo knows that. So basically, Ronaldo's in a situation where he's got a manager who wants to bring in a certain system that doesn't suit Ronaldo, and the manager's got a situation where he's got an incredibly expensive player who is well known as one of the best players in the world in previous years that he's got to deal with in some way. I don't think either of them necessarily dealt with it brilliantly. But there we are. That's where the situation is now. So yeah, I wish them both well. That's it when it comes down to it, isn't it? Yeah. Ronaldo is Ronaldo, but I don't think he's got many more years left. So he needs to get out of the club. I think that's a certainty. So there you go. You take care. Speak to you soon. Have a good week. Bye bye.